Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you ready for Kino?
Are you ready for Kino? Today we're going to be reading the original Jeff the Killer story, and we're doing this unedited because I will never upload it if I edit it. Just like Kino Corner episode 2 that we filmed on August something.
Yeah.
And we still haven't uploaded it.
We recorded it the same day that we put out The Fall of Man.
Oh, so then it was July, yeah.
Damn.
Long ass time. Anyways, we're gonna read Jeff the Killer. Alright, I'll go first.
Alright, we need to, when characters come up, I think we do alternating voices for different characters and stuff. I call voicing Jeff, by the way.
Okay. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, get your fucking popcorn and your fireplace.
Get your cockporn.
Get your cockporn.
Reach for the popcorn. Oops, that's my cock.
Is it a reference to something?
It's a Kanye West lyric.
That's awesome. Alright. Excerpt from a local newspaper. Ominous unknown killer is still at large.
For reference, there's like the at large and the killer is still are on two different lines.
Yeah, like you don't need to press enter there. It's not a real newspaper. After weeks of unexplained murderers, the ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story. I had a bad dream and I woke up in the middle of the night, says the boy. I saw that for some reason the window was open, even though I remembered it being closed before I went to bed. I got up and shut it once more. Afterwards, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to get back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling. A boner. No.
I'm gonna say, how old is this kid supposed to be?
It just says
he said once more, and he's like 7.
A young boy. So he's gotta be like 10 at most.
Name a child that young who says the phrase something something once more.
I mean, I might have, but I was autistic.
Yeah, you have autism, so you don't, as you can see by his funny propeller.
Yeah, hold on, let me do it. Anyways, where is it? That's when I had a strange feeling, like someone was watching me. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed. It's like a... Anyway.
So it's like
voice track.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There in the little ray of light illuminating from between my curtains were a pair of 2 eyes. These weren't regular eyes. They were dark, ominous eyes. Joshua Tomar. They were bordered in black and ... Just plain out terrified me. That sucks. That's when I saw his mouth. A long, horrendous smile that made every hair on my body stand up.
Every hair on my
body stand up. The figure stood there, watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it. A simple phrase, but said it in a way only a madman can speak. He said, go to sleep. Oh, yeah.
Go to sleep.
I let out a scream. Ah! That's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aiming at my heart. He jumped on top of my bed. I fought him back, I kicked, I punched, I rolled around, trying to knock him off me. That's when my dad busted in. The man threw the knife. It went into my dad's shoulder. The man probably would have finished him off if one of the neighbors hadn't alerted the police.
Dude, I'm shitting right now.
Yeah,
this is fucking
I'm quaking. They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hallway. I heard a smash like glass breaking. As I came out of my room, I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house was broken. I looked out it to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing, I will never forget that face. Those cold, evil eyes and that psychotic smile. They will never leave my head.
That Dr. Psychotic smile, dude.
Yeah. Dr. Insano?
It's Dr.
Police are still on the look for this man. If you see anyone that fits the description in this story, please contact your local police department.
This fucking sucks. This is worse than I remember. For context, I read the shit out of this story when I was like 12 years old, and I thought this was the coolest shit ever. And I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad like a year ago. But looking back on it now, this is so much worse than I remember.
Yeah, it's
This
really bad.
fucking stinks.
So now, flashback, I guess? Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother Lou, okay, it's not supposed to be Liu, like L-I-U, like
No,
an
it's
Asian
Lou.
man.
It's Lou.
But it's L-O-U. I think it's like supposed to be like Lewis, short for Lewis.
No, it's spelled like L-I-U throughout the entire story.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear that it was Lewis.
You wanna know the funniest part? Some fucking 15-year-old wrote a sequel to this story where Lou becomes a killer too. And
I think I've seen that.
Stinks.
Yeah. Anyways, Jeff and his brother Liu couldn't complain though. A new, better house. What was not to love? As they were getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by. Hello. Oh yeah, go for it.
I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you. I just wanted to introduce myself and to introduce my son.
She turns around and calls her son over.
Billy! These are our new neighbors. Billy said...
Billy said hi and ran back to play in his yard. Well, said Jeff's mom, I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter, and my two sons, Jeff and Lou. They introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them over to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to. When Jeff and his family are done packing, Jeff went up to his mom.
Mom, why would you invite us to some kid's party if you haven't noticed? I'm not some dumb kid.
This guy's like fucking evil Reddit edgy fucking...
I love my fedora.
I love 4chan!
And Funko Pops.
Dude, the Hulk one is bigger than the rest.
Dude, editor, put a picture of Jeff the Killer Funko Pop on screen. And the lasers coming out of my eyes.
Jeff said his mother, we just moved here. We should show that we want to spend time with our neighbors. Now, we're going to that party and that's final. Jeff started to talk, but stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything. Whenever his mom said something, it was final. He walked up to his room and plopped down on his bed.
Dude, plop is the sound that shit makes when it goes
into my big toilet. Yeah. It goes, it goes.
It goes. It's like a 1 centimeter string.
Yeah. All right.
It fucking sucks. Okay.
He sat there looking at his ceiling when suddenly he got a weird feeling. Not so much pain, but a weird feeling. He had a boner. I make that joke every time. He dismissed it as some random feeling. Stop saying feeling!
No, dude, I don't think you're getting it. It's the feeling.
The feeling.
The feeling.
The feeling.
The feeling.
He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and he walked down to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and got ready for school. As he sat there eating his breakfast, he once again got that feeling. This time it was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain. It was his boner touching his Jinko jeans. But he once again
comically
dismissed it.
sized jeans.
Yeah. As it looked like a new metal. New metal Jeff the
Imagine
Killer.
if Jeff the Killer were like a fucking Disturbed shit. I'd fucking beat up that
Nah,
show.
he listened to like... What sucks?
3 Days Grace.
He listened to 3 Days Grace or 3 Doors Down. Anyways. It gave him a slight tugging pain, but once again he dismissed it. As he and Lou finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus, and then all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard jumped over to them, only inches above their laps.
Hey, what the hell?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh, I fucked it up.
Jumped over them, only inches above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise.
Hey, what the hell?
The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it with his hands. The kid seems to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He wears an Aeropostale shirt and red blue jeans. Not a necessary detail, fucking
Not at
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Name a sound that's better than this.
Yeah,
You get
so
it, okay.
I do, unfortunately. Well, it looks like we've got...
Why is he like some big fat guy?
I don't know. I think he has a big fat friend, so I think I'll do that.
He has the big trombone sound.
Well. It looks like we got some new meat. Suddenly, 2 other kids appeared.
That sucks.
One was super skinny, and the other was huge. Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith. Jeff and Lou looked over to the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that you would expect a sidekick to
That
have.
fucking sucks.
And he's Troy. They looked over at the fat kid. Talk about a tub of lard. This kid looked like he hadn't exercised since he was crawling. Dude, fucking fat shaming in the Big 24.
Dude, that was just such an unnecessary
I
detail.
know, yeah.
Like,
And over there was Troy. He was this big fat piece of shit.
I bet his friends have to roll him around like a big fucking
They have
blueberry.
to carry him around in a car like kids at the Great
No,
Escape.
they roll him out like fucking the blueberry girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Life or death. Alright. And I, said the first kid, am Randy. Now, for all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a small price for bus fare, if you catch my drift. Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of this kid's eyes, when one of the friends pulled a knife on him. I hoped you would be more cooperative, but it seems... Tell Stephanie Kelly Brown. Yeah. My mind is blown.
That's freaking awesome.
Not.
That's freaking dumb.
I'd hoped you'd be more cooperative, but it seems we must do this the hard way. The kid walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got that feeling again. Now it was truly strong. A burning sensation. He stood up, but Lou gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid. They started passionately kissing. It reads that. Listen here. Oh no, yeah.
Listen here, you little punk. Give back my bro's wallet, or else. Put him up, Tiger Man.
Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife. Oh, and what you do? Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. Dude.
Ah.
As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy
Ah.
screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground. Keith lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped his knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed him too, but Jeff didn't even need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down. As he fell, he puked all over. Lou could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff.
That was like me in the car earlier when I almost puked all over your floor.
True. Jeff, how did you... That was all he said. They saw the bus coming and they knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing. So they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, they looked back and saw the bus driver running over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened. All they did was Lou just thought no. Lou just thought of that as his brother beating up a few kids, but Jeff knew it was more. It was something scary. As he got that feeling, he didn't know how. As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful
God,
it was.
so good.
The urge to just hurt someone.
Oh.
He didn't like how it sounded, but he couldn't help feeling happy. He felt that strange feeling go away and stay away for the entire day of school. Even as he walked home due to the whole thing near the bus stop and how he probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore, he felt happy. When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he said in a somewhat ominous voice,
It was a wonderful day.
He then went upstairs and listened to Burzum. The next morning, he heard a knock at his front door.
Oh,
Jeff totally listens to NSBM.
No, he's not a Nazi. He's like a fucking emo boy.
That's true. He
Remember,
listens-
remember they made him like fucking Elf from Death Note, but with a Joker
Oh yeah,
smile and
true.
stuff.
Even
He's a freak. He's supposed to look like a fucking freak, but they fucked him up.
Next morning, he heard a knock at his front door. He walked down to find two police officers at the door, his mother looking back at him with an angry look. Jeff, these officers told me that you attacked 3 kids, that it wasn't regular fighting, and that they were stabbed. Stabbed, son! Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother that it was true.
Mom, they were the ones who pulled knives on me and Lou.
Son, said one of the cops, we found 3 kids, 2 stabbed, 1 having a bruise
Why
on
is
his
the
stomach.
cop Obama?
My fellow neighbors. We have witnesses proving that you fled the scene. Now, what does that tell us? Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Lou had been attacked, but then there was no proof it was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that they weren't fleeing because truth be told they were. So Jeff couldn't defend himself or Lou. Son, call down your brother. Jeff couldn't do it since it was him who beat up all the kids.
Sir, it was me. It was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. Lou tried to hold me back, but he couldn't stop me.
The cop looked at his partner and they both nodded. Well, kid, looks like you're in juvie. Wait, says Lou. They all looked up to see him holding a knife. The officers pulled their guns and locked them on Lou. It was me. I beat up those little punks. I have the marks to prove it. He lifted up his sleeves to reveal cuts and bruises as if he was in a struggle. Son, just put the knife down, said the officer. Lou held up the knife and dropped it to the ground. He put his hands up and walked over to the cops.
No, Lou, it was me. I did it.
Jeff had tears running down his face. Poor bro. Trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away. Take me away. I'm gonna change that to his voice.
It's gonna be Kristen.
Poor bro. Trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away. The police led Lou out to the patrol car.
Lou, tell them it was me. Tell them I was the one who beat up those kids.
Jeff's mother put her hands on his shoulders. Jeff, please, you don't have to lie. We know it's Lou. You can stop.
It's the fucking worst dialogue ever.
Jeff watched helplessly as the cop car speeds off with Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulled into the driveway, seeing Jeff's face and knowing something was wrong. Son, what? This is the same guy.
Is it the
same guy without like a fake mustache? Son, what is it? Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords spelled wrong. His vocal
No, it's spelled right.
Hold on. Google
time.
Fucking
It's
sucks.
over. Nothing ever
Vocal.
happens. It's over.
Cool. Oh no. Okay.
No, they were right.
Turns out I'm actually a fucking idiot.
You just have music brain, so you see chord and think it's spelled with an H.
His vocal cords were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff's mother walked his father inside to break the bad news to him, as Jeff wept in the driveway. After an hour or so, Jeff walked back in the house, seeing that his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed.
I think Jeff would cry like Muscle Man.
He couldn't look at them. He couldn't see how they thought of Lou when it was his fault. He just went to sleep, trying to get the whole thing off his mind. 2 days went by, but with no word from Lou at JDC.
Junior Dick Cock. That's what JDC stands for.
Yeah. No
JDC
friends to hang
guys.
out with, nothing but sadness and guilt. That's like a fucking DSBM line.
Dude.
That is until Saturday, when Jeff is woke up by his mother with a happy, sunshiny face. Jeff, it's the day, she said as she opened up the curtains and let light flood into his room.
What's today?
Asked Jeff as he stirs awake. Why, it's Billy's party! He was now fully awake.
Mom, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after.
There was a long pause. Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be the thing that brightens up the past days. Now get dressed. Jeff's mother walked out of the room and downstairs to get ready herself. He fought himself to get up. He picked out a random shirt and pair of jeans and walked down the stairs. He saw his mother and father all dressed up. His mother in a dress and his father in a shirt. He thought, why would they ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party?
The funny thing about this paragraph is knowing where it goes later in the story, it's fucking so... They jump so many sharks in this story. It's like a shark jump... Bro, damn. A shark jumping competition.
Son, that's all you're gonna wear? Said Jeff's mom.
Better than wearing too much,
he said. His mother pushed down the feeling to yell at him and hit it with a smile. Now, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an impression, said his father. Jeff grunted and... My dad's been using the term grunting one out when referring to shitting lately. So, that's all I hear.
Jeff shitted and went back to his room.
Not yet.
No.
Jeff grunted and went back up to his room to play Mafia 3.
Not yet. I don't have any fancy clothes,
he yelled downstairs. Just pick out something, called his mother. He looked around in his closet for what he would call fancy. He found a pair of he found a pair of black dress pants he had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't find a shirt to go with it though. He looked around and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which go with dress pants. Finally, he found a white hoodie and put it on. You're wearing that, they both said. His mother looked at her watch. Oh, no time to change. Let's just go, she said as she herded Jeff and his father out the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house.
Why'd you say Barbara like that? Barbara.
They crossed the street over to Barbara's and Billy's house. They knocked on the door, and as it appeared that Barbara, just like his parents, was way overdressed. As they walked inside, all Jeff could see were adults, no kids.
The kids are out in the yard, Jeff. How about you go and meet some of them?
Said Barbara. Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy costumes and shooting at each other with plastic guns. He might as well be standing at Toys R Us.
Rest in peace, Toys R Us.
R.I.P. Suddenly, a kid came up to him and handed him a toy gun and hat.
Hey, wanna play?
He said.
It smelled like that, by the way.
P-W-A-Y.
It's the fucking gayest shit ever.
Yeah, go for it.
No, kid. I'm too old for this stuff.
The kid looked at him with that weird puppy dog face.
Please?
Said the kid.
Fine.
Said Jeff. He put on the hat and started to pretend to shoot at the kids. At first he thought it was totally ridiculous, but then he started to actually have fun. It might not have been super cool, but it was the first time he had done something that took his mind off Lou. So he played with the kids for a while until he heard a noise. A weird rolling noise. Then it hit him. Randy, Troy, and Keith all jumped over the fence on their skateboards. Jeff dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat. Randy looked at Jeff with a burning hatred. Hello, Jeff. Hello, me. Meet the real me. Hello, Jeff, is it? He said. We have some... hold on.
You gonna play fucking what?
Hello, Jeff, is it? We have some unfinished business. Jeff saw his bruised nose.
I think we're even.
Oh, hold on. I think we're even.
I beat the crap out of you.
And
you
got
sent
my brother to JDC. Oh wait, that's Jeff's line, I think. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's what I was saying.
I didn't clock that.
Okay.
It's fine.
Petard moment.
Randy got an angry look in his eyes.
So Randy Olympics.
Oh no, I don't go for even. I go for winning.
That's freaking bad.
You may have kicked our asses that one day, but not today. As Randy said that, he rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose, and Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. Damn. Jeff pushed Randy off of him, and both rose to their feet. Kids were screaming, and parents were running out of the house. It's a fucking kids party. Just pull the kids off of each other.
Exactly. There
you're
are
supposed to
fucking
do.
adults there. The adults are supposed to do something.
Right. Troy and Keith both pulled guns out of their pockets. No one...
Children with guns in a fucking party.
They said. Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed it into his shoulder. Jeff screamed and fell to his knees. Randy started kicking him in the face. After 3 kicks, Jeff grabs his foot and twists it, causing Randy to fall to the ground. Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him.
This is ridiculous.
So-
Why aren't the adults doing anything?
Yeah. Need some help? He picks Jeff up by the back of the collar and throws him through the patio door. As Jeff tries to stand, he is kicked down onto the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts to cough up blood. No kid is that strong.
Yeah, no fucking child is gonna be able to do that.
Come on, Jeff, fight me! He picks up Jeff and throws him into the kitchen. Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's head. Fight! He throws Jeff back into the living room. Come on, Jeff, look at me! Alright, this joke isn't funny.
Yeah, bit canceled, bit over forever.
It's fine. Jeff glances up and his face riddled. No, Jeff glances up, his face riddled with blood. I was the one who got your brother sent to JDC, and now you're just gonna sit there and let him rot for a whole year? You should be ashamed. It's like a Sonic character.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Jeff starts to get up. Oh, finally, you stand and fight. Jeff is now to his feet, blood and vodka on his face. Once again, he gets that strange feeling, the one in which he hasn't felt for a while.
Fuck off.
Finally, he's up, says Randy as he runs at Jeff. That's when it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps. His psyche is destroyed,
Oh my
all
fucking
rational thinking is
God.
gone, and all he can do is kill.
Oh my god, dude. This is agony. This is like Chinese water torture, but worse in every way. Fucking.
You gotta.
What if I fuck my gay chungus life?
He grabs Randy and pile drives him to the ground. He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. The punch causes Randy's heart to stop.
What the fuck?
As Randy gasps for breath. That's the end of the sentence. Weird.
Yeah.
Jeff hammers down on him. Punch after punch. Blood gushes from Randy's body until he takes one final breath.
That sentence
and
is
dies.
literally, as Randy gasps for breath, period, Jeff hammers down on him, period.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Everyone is
Motherfucker
looking
has
at
never
Jeff
heard of
now.
Roman
The
Reigns.
parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Keith.
And they're not doing anything.
Right.
They're just letting these kids fucking kill each other.
Although they easily break from their gaze and point their guns at Jeff. Jeff sees, spelled wrong, Jeff C-S-E-E apostrophe S, Jeff sees the gun is trained on him and runs for the stairs. Run for the stairs! Dude. Run for your life! Anyways, fucking...
Iron Jeff, dude.
Troy and Keith let out fire on him, each shot missing. Jeff runs up the stairs and he hears Troy and Keith follow up behind. As they
Troy like has the womp womp womp.
Damn. As they let out their final rounds and bullets, Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs the towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Keith race in, knives ready. Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy's face. Troy goes down hard and breaks through the floor because of his big fat fucking body.
I think Keith is the fat one.
No.
No, Troy's the one with the fucking sidekick face. And
No,
Keith is the fat one.
Keith is the...
No, I
Hold-
swear to God.
Hold the fuck on.
Come the fart down.
Randy. Okay.
Actually, yeah. Go down. It's not right there. Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, you're a fucking Nimrod.
You came dangerously close there, dude.
3 netherite ingots.
My first jar of pickles. Shut up.
Okay. Troy goes down hard, and now that's all that's left is Keith. He is more agile than Troy, though, and
Yeah, because he's not a fucking.
he's not a big
1,000
fat
pounds.
piece of shit. And ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He dropped the knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck. He pushed him into a wall. A thing of bleach fell down on top of him from the top shelf.
It's fucking plot.
Like
is so
it's
stupid.
they have caps on them, so that kids can't get into it.
Actually, did I ever tell you about the fucking Target bleach incident?
No.
Or did Dalen ever tell you about that? Okay.
No.
So this is a fun story. When I was like,
Editor, put in a thing that says sidebar.
when I was like probably 11 years old, I was in like 5th or 6th grade, and I was living at the fucking townhouse with my dad and Dalen. And me and Dalen thought the funniest joke in the world was drinking bleach
Yeah.
because we were 10.
Yeah.
And we were at Target once, and we were making jokes about drinking bleach. And someone didn't screw a cap on a bleach thing all the way down. So I went like this with a thing of bleach, and I got bleach all down the front of me. And my dad like had a fucking heart attack.
Understandably
he
so.
thought I was gonna die.
As long as you don't like ingest a bunch of it, I think
No.
you're fine.
I didn't ingest any of it. None of it got in my mouth.
Anywho, a thing of
Tangent
sidebar over.
over.
Yep. A thing of bleach fell on top of him from the top shelf. It burnt both of them. That's not what bleach does. They both started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best as he could. He pulled back the towel rack and swung it straight onto Keith's head. As he lay there, bleeding out to death, he let out an ominous smile. Ominous?
Ominous, yeah.
Did I fuck it up the first time? I think I
Yes.
said ominous.
You said ominous.
Ominous.
What's so funny?
Asked Jeff. Keith pulled out a lighter and switched it on. What's funny? He said. Is that you're covered in bleach and alcohol. Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin. Yep. Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had made him a walking inferno. Inferno! Like
Editor,
the album.
put it on screen.
Put it on
Editor,
screen. Put it on screen. Listen to our album. Listen to our album.
Listen to our album. Listen to our album. Okay. And then him being lit on fire and having all the skin bleach turned him into an awesome fucking emo boy, I guess.
Yeah.
So remember, if you ever want to be an awesome fucking emo boy,
and you want
light
weird,
yourself on fire.
Yeah, if you want weird babes to thirst after you,
light yourself on fire and cover
bleach
yourself
your
with
skin.
bleach. Do the Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Got a light-skinned friend look like Michael Jackson. Got a dark-skinned friend look like Michael Jackson.
Whose bar is that?
I think that's Kanye.
It's fire. He tried. Nope. He ran down the hall nope. He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs. Everybody started screaming as they saw Jeff, now a man on fire, drop to the ground, nearly dead. The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out.
That's when he passed away, because that's what normally would happen.
Yeah. When Jeff woke, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm. When he tried to get up, it fell out and the nurse rushed in. "I don't think you can get out of bed just yet," she said as she put him back in his bed and reinserted the tube into his urethra.
Into his butthole.
Yeah.
I was going to say butthole.
Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea what his surroundings are. He couldn't tell if this was true or a dream. Hold my breath as I
wish for death.
Oh,
please, God.
Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea of what his surroundings are. You could say, darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute killer. Yeah.
Absolute Jeff.
Finally, after hours, he heard his mother. "Honey, are you okay?" she asked. Jeff couldn't answer, though. His face was covered, and he was unable to speak. He couldn't tell if this was true or a dream. "Oh, honey, I have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed to trying to attack you, they decided to let Lou go." This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway. Remember the tube coming out of his urethra. He'll be out by tomorrow, and then you two will be able to be together again. Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was visited by family. Then came the day where his bandages were to be removed. His family were all there to see what he would look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their seats. They waited until the last bandage holding the cover over his face was almost removed. "Let's hope for the best," said the doctor. He quickly pulls the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Lou and Jeff's dad stare awestruck at his face. His face. What? What happened to my face?
No, that's my line.
Oh yeah, go for it.
What happened to my face?
Said Jeff.
He's emo.
He rushed out of the bed and ran to the bathroom and took a big shit.
Poop is funny,
He looked
guys.
into the mirror and saw the cause of the distress. His face, it's horrible. His lips, yeah,
I thought there were 4 of them for a second. That would have been funny.
Yeah. His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face turned out to be a pure white. Nope. His face turned into a pure white color, and his hair singed from brown to black.
His hair singed from brown to black.
True. He slowly puts his hand to his face. It had a sort of leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family and then back at the mirror. "Jeff," said Lou, "it's not that bad."
Oh, Andrew, not that bad.
Said Jeff.
It's perfect.
He did jazz hands after that, by the way. That's my headcanon.
It's perfect.
Yeah. He turned into like The Mask type character.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's perfect. And then all the millennials in the world like squirt.
his family were equally surprised. Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. There's probably supposed to be a period there, but there's not. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching. Doesn't he not have eyelids though? I mean,
no, he cuts his eyelids off.
Later.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fake fan.
Jeff, are you okay?
Okay. I've never felt more happy. Ha 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 ha. Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me.
He couldn't stop laughing. He stroked his cock.
It says he stroked his face, not stroked his cock. You're saying it wrong.
He
You're
stroked
doing it
his
wrong.
face,
He's going
feeling
like
it.
this.
Looking at it in the mirror. What caused this? Well, you may recall that when we just read it. You may recall that when Jeff was Okay, it's fine. It's not a big deal. When Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his
Something in his mind is saying he
snapped. Now he was left as a crazy killing machine. That is, his parents didn't know. Doctor, said Jeff's mom, is my son all right? You know, in the head? Oh yeah. Oh yes. No. Oh yes.
You need to do a Dr. Insano voice.
Oh yes, this behavior is typical of patients that have taken very large amounts of painkillers. If his behavior doesn't change in a few weeks, bring him back here and we'll give him a psychological test.
Oh, thank you, doctor. Jeff's mother went over to Jeff. Jeff, sweetie, spelled wrong.
Jeff Sweaty.
Yeah, Sweety, wrong. It's time to go.
No. Wait, yeah, that is wrong. I was about to say
Yeah, it's
that's right.
IE.
Yeah.
Jeff looks away from his mother. Nope, Jeff looks away from the mirror. His face still
I
formed
don't
into
even.
a
I don't
crazy
even want to
smile.
read the next piece of dialogue.
Do you want me to
but
do it?
No, I have to do
All
it.
right.
Came, mommy. Ha ha ha.
His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes.
This is what.
Oh no,
This is what came in.
said the lady at the desk. Jeff's mom looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore. Now they were clean of blood and now stitched together. Jeff's mother led him to his... Like, they wouldn't stitch together the clothes, they just throw them away and get him new ones.
Yeah. That's fucking stupid.
Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put his clothes on. Then they left, not knowing that this was their final day of life. Maltese.
Yeah, wait, hang on. I need the Maltese scream.
Hold on. Pause for Maltese. Editor, put it up.
Maltese. My internet's terrible. Maltese scream. That was the most effort we've done for a fucking shitty bit in the longest time.
Later that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks.
Oh,
Jeff, what are you doing? Asked his mother. Jeff looked over to his mother.
the fucking dialogue is so bad.
No, what are you talking about? It's awesome and cool.
I couldn't keep smiling, Mommy. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever.
Jeff's mother noticed his eyes ringed in black. She also noticed a vinyl next to him. My Chemical Romance's The Black Parade.
No, don't diss My Chemical Romance. Also, I'd just like to point out the dialogue here is done incorrectly. There's only one quotation mark. The rest of the story is read by Jeff the Killer.
That's awesome. No, it's only up until here, and then it's... Jeff, your eyes! His eyes were seemingly never closing.
I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burned out my eyelids so I could forever see myself. Semicolon. My new face.
Jeff's mother started to slowly back away, seeing that her son was going insane.
Oh, okay, I have to. What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful?
This shit was scary as fuck when I was like 8.
Yeah. Dude, top 5 Jeff the Killer sightings in real life.
Top 5 Jeff the Killer sightings in GTA Easter eggs.
Thank you, Nuke's top 5. My goat.
Yes, son, she said. Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy so he can see your face. She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep. Honey, get the gun. She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway holding a knife.
Mommy, you lied!
That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with the knife, gutting both of them.
God, this story's so fucking
ass.
cool and awesome.
No, it's awesome and cool, actually. His brother Lou woke up, startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. As he was on the border of slumber, he got the strangest...
Does it actually say that?
Yeah.
That's the fucking worst thing I've ever heard.
He got the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up before Jeff's hand covered his mouth. He slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge it into Lou. Lou thrashed here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip.
Shh.
Jeff said.
Just go to sleep. Okay, so I'd like to talk about that last part. That last part makes no fucking sense because throughout the entire story it's shown that he really likes his brother.
Right.
Why the fuck would he kill him?
Cause he fucking snapped. He's so evil. He's fucking evil.
Okay, I regret doing that now.
Dude, I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah, this
From
shit
how
sucks.
cool this is.
I'd like to talk about how much this shit sucks.
I-
This ruined the internet for the longest time too.
And like, why were we so afraid of this shit when we were 8?
I don't know. Because it said the killer in the title.
Yeah,
it's
he had a scary face.
It's like the Wendy Williams the killer thing.
Obama the killer. Dude, go to.
Obamium.
The new element. Obamium.
This sucks, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Jeff
I hope
the Killer.
This sucks. Merry
Jeff the
Christmas.